So this, of course, is the question of the day. Could this latest satellite image be the breakthrough officials and family members have been waiting for? Or will this latest lead end up as another dead end? We turn to Gordon Dupont for his take. He's a former accident investigator for the Transportation Safety Board of Canada and joins us now from Las Vegas by Skype. So, Gordon Dupont, I know you were skeptical of the debris spotted by that Australian satellite earlier this week. Now these images from a Chinese satellite are in the same general area in the southern Indian Ocean. So what do you think now?
I'm even more skeptical because of the size. I mean, the biggest piece that could possibly float for a while would be a wing, and it is under 30 meters in length. This one they're saying is 34 meters. And a wing would only float until the tank's filled up with water, the empty tanks. So it's highly unlikely it's from the airplane, unfortunately.
Are the timelines also inconsistent with what might still be floating in the water? If we're talking about an incident that happened 2 weeks ago, is it still possible that parts of the plane could even float?
Oh, yeah, definitely. A honeycomb will float almost indefinitely because it's, two thin layers of like a plastic with a honeycomb in between, which is air. It would float for indefinitely, but it's not that large of pieces. They'd be off the cowling, vertical fin, the coaming between the wing and the fuselage. So it could still be floating.
So I know that, I mean, for all of us, our hearts go out to the families of the passengers because what they've been going through is a true nightmare. You've been critical about how authorities have handled this, and you think there's a better way for the flow of information. What do you suggest would be a much better way and a more sensitive way of dealing with families at this stage?
Well, definitely, if the accident happened in Canada, there would be one investigator in charge, and he would have teams working under him. They would all report to him. He would then report to provide the information as far as the airplane goes. The duty of the airline is to deal with all of the passengers, of course, but the flow of information should be from the investigator in charge, who only releases information when he has reasonable expectations that it is something that is going to assist in the investigation. What's happening here is you've got information from unknown sources coming out in all directions. They are sending it out, and of course it turns out not to be true. That raises expectations, drops expectations. After a while, they're nothing but confused and certainly frustrated.
I know, again, I'm probably just advancing another speculative bit of theorizing here, but some have suggested that satellite imagery would capture a lot of detail. There would be a lot that could be seen through various countries' satellites, and there may be a reluctance to come forward with that information for national security reasons. Is that a plausible theory?
It's possible that I've heard, and of course I don't know how true it is, that the American satellites can read a newspaper of a man sitting on a bench in New York. I've heard that 5-10 years ago.
Right.
If that's true, they should be able to come up with a lot clearer pictures than that, but they may not be wanting the world, for national security reasons, to know just how they can peek at anybody and everybody.
Just going back to the search for a moment, we've been hearing so much about the search that's focused in the southern Indian Ocean, but does that preclude other searches from going on in other areas as well? We kind of assume that all effort and resources are devoted to the search in this particular area. Is that not likely to be the case?
It's possible it's not. Right now anything's on the table, as the saying goes. But from this ping that was supposed to be coming from the aircraft to the satellite, they seem to feel it's likely there or likely up north. Up north, it would have to go through a lot of radars of a lot of military that would have to see it coming and going through their area. There's no way they can avoid that. So they're putting most of their energy into the south, which I think is probably a reasonable assumption to do.
You know, so much resources and interest and resolve is focused in the southern Indian Ocean. We know this can't go on indefinitely. In the absence of any physical evidence, at what point might you think some of the search effort would be wound down and then at some point the effort would be called off?
Well, after 30 days, the pinger is, on the black boxes, as they call them, is going to stop. And at that point in time, they will probably wind down until some debris washes up on a shoreline somewhere. And that, in all likelihood, will happen, but it could be months from now. I would think they'll keep searching while there's a chance that the pinger is still functioning.
And we'll certainly keep following the search effort. Gordon Dupont, good to talk to you. Thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Gordon Dupont is a former accident investigator for the Transportation Safety Board of Canada, speaking to us from Las Vegas.